Welcome back. I think this is the part that will possibly be of most actual use to you, other than just giving you more background, which is clearly useful in and of itself. So this is the nitty gritty. This is where do we take the points from and why do we do it the way that we do. In essence, this is pretty much the same point system with some modifications over the years that we've had since we started. And it works. It hasn't let us down. The software works. So it's pretty well all automatic, although we can do manual overrides from time to time. So what you see in front of you is just a straightforward extract from the Bond Holidays brochure, which is the flow chart of where we take holidays from. And if you look at it carefully, you'll see really it's two columns, left-hand column, right-hand column. And what we're going to do is go through these in some detail so that when you look at it again, or look at it when you book your next holiday, or when you do a practice, you make a mock holiday, think, well, where would the points come from? This flowchart will help you do it in association with your point statement, either paper or online, whichever you're more comfortable with. So the first thing that I've got to get you to understand, and this is absolutely key to how it goes forward, is there are two types of holidays in the holiday property bond. And only two as far as this is concerned. There's a holiday which you book in the current year. You can only book in the present, so it's always going to be in your current holiday year. But your holiday could be in the current holiday year, which we'll call year one. Or you could book it in year two, you could book it in year three, because you can book up to 2 years ahead. So if my holiday year runs from January to December, I could be booking a holiday in March this year, to go in November this year. I'm booking and taking it in the same year. Or I could book a holiday in March this year for March 2 years hence, which would be booking in year one and taking in year three. So we've got to differentiate between the two. And the first one, the column, top of the column, which you can see on your screen now on the left-hand side, is booking a holiday to be taken during the current holiday year. The right-hand side is the other type of holiday, which we'll come on to, but I'm going to concentrate entirely on getting you to understand the first one, booking and taking in the same holiday year. So you can now see slightly bigger, because I know we're all reaching for our spectacles. Booking a holiday to be taken during the current holiday year. The first question is, have you sufficient points from last year? And we changed this probably around about 10 years ago. It always used to be that we'd take the points from the year in which the holiday took place, but we were able, because of the number of points in the system, we were able to make it better. And this is better because you lose less points. So if we've got a 10,000 point holiday, and you can see it on the screen beside me, to be taken in year one, the current holiday year, and you've got 10,000 points in this year, because that's your allocation, and you've got 10,000 points from last year, because that was last year's allocation, and you didn't use them. In essence, they are rolled forward into the current year. And in these circumstances, we will use those points first. So if you get any older points and you're booking and taking in year one, we'll use those points first. Let's say you've got 10,000 points, we've got 10,000 points this year, and it was a 15,000 point holiday. So what would we do? We'd use the 10,000 points from last year first, as you can see in the bottom box there, and then we'd take the balance from the current year points. So if it was a 15,000 point holiday, 10,000 from last year, 5,000 from this year, leaving 5,000 from this year for another holiday, or to be moved forward into the next year. I hope that makes sense. If we still haven't got enough points doing it that way, then we can actually look to our points from the year following the holiday. So again, if we now go to a 25,000 point holiday, for example, and we've got 10,000 points from last year, we've got 10,000 points from this year, that gives us 20 of our 25. We still haven't got enough. The point system is flexible enough that we can use up to 50% of next year's points. So we're now using year -1, year 1, and year 2 for points. So we take 10,000 points from year -1, if you like, 10,000 points from the current year, and we bring back 5,000 points from year 2 into year 1. Now those points are then gone, so they would no longer exist in year 2. And that's another way that the point system is flexible. If we still haven't got enough, then HPB allow bondholders to buy one-off holiday points for a fee, and the points go into your account for that, up to 10% of the points cost of the holiday. So if it was a 25,000 point holiday, you could buy 2,500 points. I'll come on to the cost of those later in the presentation. If you've got insufficient points still at that stage, you might want to consider topping up or changing your booking, maybe wait a year and gather some more points. So we'll move on to the right-hand column in the next section.